Hi, my name is Dylan Brown, and I'm on the board of directors for the Seattle Kishu Club, which is an organization for people with ties to Wakayama Prefecture in Japan. Today I want to share the story of Dojoji Temple in central Wakayama. This is a famous story that has been told through no and kabuki plays, and you can still visit the temple today and hear the story there. This version of the story is presented as kamishibai, which means paper play. Candy sellers used to travel around town by bicycle and perform kamishibai to gather an audience and sell their candy. A long time ago, in the mountains of Wakayama, there was a handsome young monk named Anshin. He was traveling to Kumano Shrine in southern Wakayama for training. He enjoyed seeing the beautiful mountains, the quiet forests, and even the orange trees. Just as Anshin thought he couldn't walk anymore, he came upon a small village. The mayor of the village invited him to stay the night. Anshin was very happy. "I'd love to. Thank you very much." "Right this way," said the mayor. "I'll have my daughter show you to a room." The mayor's daughter was named Kiyohime. She was known as the most beautiful girl in the village. When she saw Anshin, she fell in love at first sight. "What a wonderful man," she thought. "I hope he will stay and be my husband." In the morning, Anshin prepared to leave. Kiyohime had to tell him how she felt. "Please, stay here and be with me forever," she pleaded. "I'm sorry," he replied, "but I must complete my training. Wait for me, and I will come back in a year." "1 year, then. If you promise you will come back, I will wait for you." Kiyohime was sad to see him go. "I promise. See you in a year," said Anshin, and he continued on his journey. For 1 year, Kiyohime waited in her village. Every day, she thought about Anshin and his promise to return. But then the day came, and Anshin did not return. He did not come the next day or the day after that. Kiyohime was very worried. "Anshin wouldn't lie to me. Maybe something terrible has happened to him. I must go and find him," she thought. So Kiyohime ran down the trail, so fast that she lost her shoes. Soon she caught up to a farmer. "Have you seen a handsome young monk named Anshin?" she asked him. "He is supposed to return to my village." The farmer was surprised to see a young lady with no shoes running down the trail. Well, yes, I met a monk a couple of hours ago. I think he said his name was Anshin, but he was headed away from the village. He said he was going home." Kiyohime was surprised. "Did Anshin forget his promise?" she thought. Kiyohime ran faster and faster and began to get angry. As she ran, her face began to turn red, and tiny horns of anger popped out of her head. Finally, she caught up to the monk. "Anshin! How could you leave me?" she yelled, and her voice was like a dragon's roar. Anshin was very frightened. Wait, he was too scared to talk, and so he ran towards the river. Anshin was very quick and made it down to the Hidaka River, where a ferryman was waiting to take people across in a small boat. "I'll give you all my money. Just take me across as fast as you can, and don't let that thing across after me." The boatman immediately pushed off. They were just getting to the deep water when Kiyohime came down to the shore. Her eyes had grown big and red, and she had long, sharp teeth. Her body also began to grow long like a snake. "Anshin, you betrayed me!" she yelled. Kiyohime was so angry that she had turned entirely into a dragon. She breathed fire from her mouth, and her long tongue licked the air. "This river won't stop me. I will catch you, Anshin," she thought. Anshin saw the dragon start to swim across the river. "I have to find a place to hide, right now," he thought. Just then he looked up the hill. There was an old Buddhist temple called Dojoji. "I'm a monk too," he said. "If I go to the temple, the other monks will help me find a place to hide." Anshin ran into the temple. "Help, help," he cried. "There's a dragon after me." He didn't tell the monks that the dragon used to be a girl named Kiyohime. The head monk told his strongest student to take down the bell. "We'll put you under this bell until it's safe to come out. Stay very quiet," he warned. Kiyohime the dragon burst into the temple and saw the bell. She knew right away that Anshin was hiding there. "You lied to me and broke your promise," she roared, and wrapped herself around the bell. The dragon's fire made the inside of the bell very hot. It burned Anshin up like an oven. When Kiyohime realized that Anshin was gone, she suddenly felt very sorry. "I loved him so much, but now I can never see him again. What have I done?" The dragon rushed out of the temple and down the hill, with tears coming from her eyes. She dove into the deepest part of the river and disappeared. The next day, the head monk had a dream. In the dream, he saw Anchin and Kiyohime in beautiful clothes, smiling happily together. "We're sorry to have caused you so much trouble," said Anchin. "Now I know that you should never break a promise or tell a lie." "And I know not to get too angry," said Kiyohime. "We have to forgive the people we love when they make mistakes." Since the story of Anchin and Kiyohime taught them important lessons, the monks of Dojoji decided to tell the story to everyone who came to visit their temple. Some people even think that Anchin and Kiyohime were really gods who disguised themselves as people to teach these lessons to humans. What do you think?